You're losing the most powerful thing you have, and you don't even realize it. Not your time, not your confidence, not your opportunities, your focus. And the moment you take it back, your entire life changes. Truth 1. Guard your mind like a fortress. Your mind is the strongest fortress you will ever build, but only if you guard it like your life depends on it. Because it does. In ancient times, a city with weak walls was not a city for long. It invited invasion, chaos, and ruin. The Stoics understood that the human mind works the same way. If you leave the gates open, the world will flood in and steal your focus. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly warned himself of this danger. In his private journals he wrote, "You have been wandering. Now you must stop." He wasn't talking about roads. He was talking about thoughts, how easily the mind drifts when it is unguarded. Today, the danger is even greater. Your enemies are not swords and armies. They are distractions disguised as entertainment, opinions disguised as truth, notifications disguised as urgency, and temptations disguised as just one more minute. Every time your phone buzzes, every time you scroll without thinking, every time you let someone else's drama enter your mind, you create a crack in your fortress wall, a small opening, but enough for chaos to slip through. The modern world spends billions to break your focus. Companies fight for your attention because attention is power. And the more attention you give away, the weaker your inner fortress becomes. Guarding your mind means declaring, "My focus is sacred." Not everything gets access. It means filtering your world with intention. Not every message deserves a response. Not every notification deserves a glance. Not every opinion deserves a place in your thoughts. Not every distraction deserves your precious energy. Ask yourself a single, Stoic question before allowing anything into your mind. Will this strengthen me or weaken me? If it weakens you, shut the gate. True strength is not measured by how much you endure, but by what you refuse to tolerate. Create rituals that strengthen your mental walls. Begin your day in silence, not with your phone. Keep a distraction-free workspace. Even a small corner is enough. Decide the 1 to 3 things that matter most each day and defend them fiercely. Schedule focus time like appointments you cannot break. Protect the first and last hour of your day as sacred mental territory. The Stoics practice stillness not as luxury, but as mental armor. They retreated into silence because silence cleans the mind, the way fire purifies metal. When your inner world becomes ordered, your outer world follows, and something remarkable happens. Your mind becomes clear, your decisions sharpen. Your distractions lose their power. Your confidence grows. Your focus becomes unshakable. This is how warriors of the mind are built, not through force, but through protection. Write this truth into your identity. I guard my focus like a fortress, because once your mind becomes a fortress, nothing external can conquer you. Truth 2. Cut away what weakens you. If focus is your strength, removal is your weapon. Most people try to increase their focus by adding more habits, more tools, more strategies, more discipline. But the Stoics understood a timeless truth. You don't rise by adding, you rise by subtracting. A sculptor does not create by building, he creates by removing, cutting away everything that does not belong, until only the essential remains. Your life works the same way. Epictetus said something brutally honest. If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid by others. Why? Because when you begin cutting away the unnecessary, people will not understand. They will not understand why you leave group chats. They will not understand why you stop responding instantly. They will not understand why you turn off notifications. Avoid gossip, limit your social circle, or disappear for hours to work in silence. But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it because the warrior of focus must remove everything that weakens his mind. The truth is harsh, but freeing. Your life is cluttered not by accident, but by permission. You allowed the noise, you allowed the distractions, you allowed the connections that drain. You allowed the habits that waste your time. And what is allowed becomes normal. What is normal becomes invisible. What is invisible becomes deadly. This is why the Stoics practiced voluntary simplicity long before minimalism became a trend. Seneca warned, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." We crave more distractions, more stimulation, more noise, more dopamine hits, more excuses to avoid the high, difficult work of being focused. But focus requires subtraction. Focus requires clearing. Space focus requires courage, because cutting away is painful, not physically, but emotionally. You must remove habits that feel comforting but keep you small. People who drain your energy but disguise themselves as friends. Commitments that look productive but steal your purpose. Entertainment that relaxes you but numbs your ambition. Conversations that feel fun but poison your clarity. Environments that were once familiar but now hold you back. This is not cruelty. This is self-respect. Once you begin the cutting process, something almost magical happens. Your mind begins to breathe. Your clarity returns. Your energy rises. Your goals sharpen. Your distractions lose their flavor. Your old habits no longer fit you. Your life becomes lighter, stronger, simpler. The Stoics lived with focus because they lived with less noise, less indulgence, less emotional clutter, less attachment to the trivial, and that is why they saw reality more clearly than most people ever will. Here is how you practice this truth today. Make a distraction inventory. List everything in your life that steals attention: people, apps, habits, environments, thoughts. Write them down. Clarity requires honesty. Remove one thing. Today, just one: a toxic chat, a useless app, a bad habit. Let it go. Create essential space. Clear your desk. Clear your phone. Clear your schedule. Clear your mind. Honor the rule of subtraction. Every day, remove one thing that weakens you. After 30 days, your life will not be recognizable, because here is the ultimate Stoic truth. You cannot build a focused life while carrying unfocused things. Cut away what weakens you and watch your focus grow with the force of a rising flame. Write this below and declare it. I remove what weakens me. Truth 3. Master the power of single tasking. Multitasking is the modern illusion. People believe that doing many things at once makes them productive, but the Stoics understood something far more powerful. Long before science confirmed it, a divided mind accomplishes nothing. A focused mind accomplishes anything. Seneca said it with brutal simplicity. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Look at your own life. How many times have you started a task only to switch to something else within minutes? How many conversations have you half listened to while scrolling your phone? How many goals have you begun without ever finishing? Multitasking scatters you. Single tasking sharpens you. Your mind is not a juggler, it is an arrow, and an arrow aimed at two targets hits none. The Stoic secret: total presence. The ancient Stoics mastered presence. They believed that the highest form of intelligence was the ability to give full attention to the moment at hand. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Do every act of your life as if it were your last." Think about that. If this task were your last act on earth, would you rush? Would you check your phone? Would you scatter your attention? No, you would give it everything. That is the essence of single tasking, to live fully inside the moment, not beside it. Why multitasking destroys your focus. Modern neuroscience now proves what the Stoics intuited. Each time you switch tasks, your brain burns energy, your focus weakens, and your performance drops. You think you're being efficient, but you are fragmenting your attention into tiny pieces. Multitasking is not productivity. It is cognitive self-harm. You lose depth, you lose clarity, you lose mastery. You might touch many things, but you master none. Single tasking creates flow. When you choose one task and pour your entire being into it, you enter a state known as flow. a level of focus so deep that you lose track of time, distraction and fear. This is why monks, warriors, and Stoics trained themselves to act with complete presence. They knew that you control your mind best when you give it one thing to hold. How to train this Stoic power here is how you become a master of focus. One task rule: if you are working on something, everything else is dead to you. No switching, no checking, no pausing for trivial things. One task, one goal, one mind. Just this, meditation. For 5 minutes a day, choose one action: breathing, walking, even sipping tea, and focus entirely on that one action. This strengthens your attention muscle. Digital isolation. When you work, put your phone away as if it were poison, because it is to your focus, your presence, and your mind. Full attention conversations. When someone speaks to you, give them your full attention, not half, not 70%, 100%. People will feel the difference, and so will you. Finish the arrow. Practice. Once you begin something, finish it before you begin another. Let your mind taste the power of completion. The power you gain when you master single tasking. Your mind becomes quieter. Your decisions become clearer. Your confidence grows. Your work deepens. Your presence intensifies. Your results accelerate. You stop living a scattered life and start living a directed one, because true focus is not about doing more. It is about doing one thing completely, so well that it transforms you. Declare it below: I give my full focus to one task. Truth 4. Discipline your environment. Your mind is not the problem. Your environment is. You cannot grow roses in a landfill, and you cannot build powerful focus in a space filled with noise, chaos, and temptation. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. They believed that while you cannot control the entire world, you can always control the world immediately around you. Epictetus warned, keep company only with those who uplift you. But he didn't only mean people. He meant places, objects, habits, digital noise, routines, anything that shapes your mind without your awareness. Your environment is not neutral. It is shaping you every second. Most people fail not because they lack discipline, but because they place themselves in environments that require superhuman discipline just to stay focused. A noisy room, a messy desk, a phone within reach notifications pinging every 30 seconds, people interrupting constantly, and then they wonder, why can't I focus? Because you're attempting deep mental work in an environment designed to break your mind. The Stoic truth: your environment predicts your focus. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet he still carved out silent spaces to think right and regain clarity. Why? Because even an emperor cannot think clearly in the middle of chaos. He wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful than your own soul." But to reach that inner peace, he created outer peace. The modern world tries to convince you that discipline is purely mental, that if you're strong enough, you can focus anywhere. That is a lie. Your environment shapes your behavior far more than your willpower. Willpower is a matchstick. Environment is a wildfire. Which one do you think wins? Your space is training your mind. Look around your room, your desk, your phone. Every item is a vote toward the person you're becoming. Clutter trains distraction. Order trains clarity. Noise trains reactivity. Silence trains depth. Chaos trains scattered thinking. Clean, intentional spaces train focus. If you work in the same place you scroll, your mind will want to scroll. If you sleep next to your glowing notifications, your mind will crave stimulation. If you surround yourself with clutter, your mind becomes cluttered. Your space is a mirror of your mental state. Change the space, and the mind follows. Here's how the Stoics would discipline their environment today: the distraction-free zone. Create one place, even a small corner, a chair, a desk, where only one thing happens: focused work. No entertainment, no scrolling, no mindless habits. Your brain creates associations. Use that power. When you sit there, Your mind will switch automatically into work mode. The phone exile rule. Your phone should not be next to you when you are focusing. Put it in another room, not on silent, not flipped over, not just nearby, far away. Your mind cannot fight a battle against a device engineered to hijack your attention. Distance gives you power. Declutter 5 minutes. Daily, you don't need a perfect minimalist room. You just need structure. Every night or morning, minutes of cleaning your main space. Order outside creates order inside. Upgrade the energy, not the furniture, a candle, a plant, notebook, a clean table, a chair that supports your posture, a quiet lamp. Small touches create big shifts in how your mind feels inside a space. The Stoics believed in simplicity, not emptiness. Environmental triggers place your goals where your eyes land. A journal on your desk, a quote on your wall, a checklist. Beside your computer, a book you're reading within arm's reach. Let your environment nudge you toward your higher self, the hidden power of a disciplined environment. When you discipline your environment, focus becomes natural. Procrastination weakens mental clarity, increases stress, decreases. Deep work becomes effortless. Your mind stops fighting constant battles. Your energy becomes directed, not scattered. You don't need stronger willpower. You need a better environment. The Stoics didn't try to conquer the world. They conquered the space around them so they could conquer their mind. You can do the same. Declare this below. I shape my environment to sharpen my mind. Truth 5. Train your attention through stillness. The world fears silence. The world avoids stillness. The world runs from the quiet. Why? Because silence is where you finally hear the truth, and most people are terrified of meeting themselves. But the Stoics, they sought silence deliberately. They trained in stillness like warriors, training with a sword. They knew something modern humans have forgotten. A distracted mind cannot create a focused life. Attention is a muscle, and stillness is its gym. In a world overflowing with noise, notifications, rapid dopamine spikes, constant stimulation, and endless mental clutter, stillness is no longer a luxury, it is survival. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of the world, woke early every morning not to conquer nations, but to conquer his own mind. He wrote to himself in silence, asking the same question every day. Where is my mind? Is it mine, or has the world taken it? He understood a truth. If you don't train your attention, someone else will train it for you. Stillness is the highest form of power. Most people think focus comes from doing more, squeezing tasks into every minute, working faster, forcing their mind to obey. But focus doesn't come from tension, it comes from clarity, and clarity is born in stillness. Think of a glass of water. Shake it. It becomes cloudy. Leave it still. It becomes clear. Your mind works the same way. You are not overwhelmed because your life is hard. You are overwhelmed because your mind is shaking. Stillness lets the noise settle, so you can finally see what matters. The Stoics practiced stillness. Daily people think Stoics were emotionless statues. Wrong. They were masters of inner calm because they practiced it. Stillness wasn't meditating on a mountain. It was simple, practical self-control. Stillness to Marcus Aurelius meant closing his eyes to breathe, writing thoughts before they controlled him, walking in silence, reflecting without judgment, returning attention to the present moment. Stillness to Seneca meant stepping away from noise, spending time alone, simplifying his inner world. Stillness to Epictetus meant noticing thoughts, questioning impulses, refusing to be dragged by emotion. They trained their minds to return again and again to the present. That is real discipline. Why stillness strengthens focus. When you remove noise, you restore the mind's natural power. Stillness gives you sharper attention by breaking the constant habit of mental switching, deeper focus, Because your mind stops chasing every thought. Emotional control, you stop reacting and start observing. Inner strength, you feel grounded, calm, and centered. Mental clarity, problems look smaller, solutions appear naturally. Stillness is not the absence of movement, it is the mastery of attention. How to train stillness, like a Stoic. You don't need an hour, you need intentional moments. The morning mind reset. Before touching your phone, sit in silence. Breathe, feel your chest rise and fall. Let your thoughts settle. Ask yourself, where do I want my mind to go today? This alone increases your focus for hours. 2. The midday pause stop. Look away from your screen, close your eyes, take one slow breath, then ask, what is the most important thing right now? This destroys distraction. The evening reflection. Like Marcus Aurelius, write a few lines to yourself. What distracted me today? What strengthened my focus? What will I do differently tomorrow? This turns your life into a daily training session. 4. The stillness. Sprint. Once a day, do absolutely nothing. No talking, no scrolling, no music, no thinking about tasks. Just sit. Let the mind breathe. This resets your mental nervous system. The breath command whenever anxiety hits or distractions. Pull you, breathe in for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. This activates calm and restores focus instantly. The unexpected gift of stillness. Stillness does not make you passive. It makes you precise. It doesn't slow you down. It aligns you. Stillness cuts through mental fog like a blade through smoke. It transforms you from reactive to intentional, from scattered to sharp, from overwhelmed to unshakable. The world is getting louder every year. Every notification, every bit of chaos, every digital whisper is fighting for your mind. Stillness is how you reclaim it. Declare it below. I sharpen my focus through daily stillness. Truth 6. Turn obstacles into focus. Fuel. Most people lose their focus the moment life gets difficult. One argument, one failure, one unexpected setback, and their mind collapses into chaos. But the Stoics did the opposite. They turned obstacles into sharper focus. They transformed difficulty into discipline. They used challenges the way fire uses wood, not to weaken the flame, but to make it burn brighter. Marcus Aurelius wrote the most powerful line in Stoic history: "The obstacle becomes the way." He didn't mean this as poetry. He meant it as a command, a mindset, a training method for becoming unstoppable. Right now you have 2 choices. Let the obstacle break your focus, or let the obstacle build your focus. And the truth is this: your focus becomes strongest when life tests you. Most people collapse under difficulty when problems appear. Most people panic, overthink, complain, freezes, scatter their attention, drown in emotion, abandon their plan, fall into distraction. They tell themselves, "I can't focus until things calm down." But here is the reality. Life rarely calms down. The storm won't wait for you. Chaos doesn't pause for your convenience. If you depend on a perfect life to focus, you will never be focused. The Stoic warrior sharpens his mind in the storm, not after. The Stoic shift. Use obstacles as fuel. Imagine this: you're working hard, you're focused, you're committed. Then something goes wrong. A rejection, a failure, an attack, a frustration, a sudden challenge. The average person says, "This ruined my focus." But the Stoic says, "This strengthens my focus." It is not fantasy, it is training. Why obstacles sharpen focus? Obstacles force clarity. Discomfort removes the illusion of what doesn't matter. Only essentials remain. Obstacles kill laziness. When life punches you, your mind wakes up. You become alert, aware, alive. Obstacles reveal what you control. You learn to stop wasting attention on what is outside your influence. Obstacles build discipline. You don't get stronger through comfort. You get stronger through resistance. Just like muscles grow from weight, focus grows from challenge. The Stoic practice. Ask one question when something goes wrong. Don't react. Don't collapse. Don't drown in emotion. Ask this: how can I use this to sharpen my focus? This one question shifts your mind from victim to warrior. Suddenly, rejection becomes motivation. Failure becomes feedback. Difficulty becomes discipline. Pain becomes power. The obstacle becomes the way. Examples of turning obstacles into fuel. Someone doubts you. Don't argue. Don't explain. Don't seek validation. Use their doubt as silent fuel. Let it sharpen your ambition. Let it push you deeper into your work. You feel overwhelmed. Instead of collapsing, focus on the smallest next step. One action, one breath, one decision. Momentum restores focus. You fail at something important? Don't spiral. Analyze, extract the lesson, improve the strategy, return stronger. Failure can be a weapon if used correctly. Someone attacks your character. Stay calm, observe, ask, is this true? If yes, improve. If no, ignore. Your focus is too precious to waste on noise. Your life feels heavy? Good. That means you are being trained. Pressure is shaping you into someone sharper, stronger, and more disciplined. The warrior mindset. The Stoics believed that every problem is an invitation to rise above yourself. They believed that difficulties are not interruptions but instructions. Every obstacle says, focus deeper, grow stronger, become more. Problems are not enemies, they are teachers. Challenges are not curses, they are sharpening stones. Obstacles are not walls, they are doors, if you see them correctly. How to use obstacles to increase focus. 1. Pause before reacting. The first reaction is emotional, the second is meaningful. Always choose the second. Ask the Stoic question: how can this strengthen me? Your brain instantly shifts into clarity. Identify what you control. This gives you direction and removes anxiety. 4. Turn pain into purpose, channel frustration into improvement. Channel doubt into discipline. Channel stress into stillness. Journal the obstacle. Write: what happened? What did I control? What did I learn? This resets your focus. 6. Act immediately. One small action turns struggle into momentum. Action breaks paralysis. Repeat until automatic. Eventually, your mind stops panicking and starts sharpening by instinct. This is Stoic transformation. When you master this, you become unstoppable. Imagine a version of you who stays calm when others panic, becomes sharper, when others break, grows stronger from every setback, turns challenges into clarity, uses pain as power, turns fear into focus. That is a Stoic warrior. That is someone unstoppable. Obstacles no longer take your attention, they serve it. Your focus becomes fire, and everything that enters it makes you burn brighter. Declare it in the comments. I turn obstacles into fuel for my focus. Truth 7. Live by daily rituals, not random impulses. A distracted mind is governed by impulse. It jumps from task to task, chasing whatever feels urgent in the moment, never building depth, never sustaining progress. A focused mind lives by ritual. It knows where it is going and how to get there because it has built a structure strong enough to hold its attention. The Stoics understood that discipline thrives where order exists. Epictetus urged his students to decide first what they wished to become, and then to shape their days according to that decision. This was not about rigidity, it was about liberation. A day without structure is a day controlled by impulses. A day with structure is a day controlled by intention. Rituals are anchors. They ground you when life tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. They remove the constant question of what to do next. They free your mind from decision fatigue. In a world filled with distractions, a well-crafted ritual becomes a form of armor. It protects your focus from being scattered by noise. Think about your mornings. Do they begin with clarity, or do you start your day reacting to notifications, messages, and other people's demands? Think about your working hours. Do you enter them with direction, or do you jump from one task to another without intention? Think about your evenings. Do they close with reflection, or do you collapse into distraction until you fall asleep? Rituals do not need to be dramatic. The Stoics practice simple, powerful habits that sharpen their mind. A few minutes of morning reflection to prepare the spirit. Periods of silence to reclaim clarity. Physical exercise to strengthen discipline. Evening writings to evaluate their actions. These routines did not make their lives predictable. They made their focus unbreakable. To build rituals, begin with small anchors. Wake up at a consistent time. Start your day with silence rather than screens. Identify the key task that matters most and give it your freshest attention. End your day by reviewing where your focus held strong and where it slipped. Over time, these anchors create a rhythm your mind learns to trust. When you live by ritual, you're no longer at the mercy of impulses or mood. You do not wait to feel ready. You act because the action is part of your identity. Ritual turns discipline from a challenge into a habit. It turns focus from something you chase into something you embody. Your days become aligned. Your energy becomes directed. Your attention becomes sharp. The world is full of people who rely on motivation. They move only when they feel inspired. But motivation is unstable. Ritual is dependable. Discipline built on ritual is stronger than any emotional high. It carries you when your feelings cannot. It reminds you of your purpose when distractions tempt you away. It keeps you steady when life becomes chaotic. Ritual is not a cage. It is the structure that allows freedom. When your day is anchored, your mind is liberated from uncertainty. When your habits are aligned with your goals, your focus naturally multiplies. This is how you transform scattered effort into consistent progress. This is how you begin living with clarity instead of confusion. When you commit to ritual, focus becomes less about forcing yourself and more about aligning yourself. Your attention no longer drifts at random. It flows in the direction you choose, and slowly a powerful truth emerges. You no longer need to fight for focus. You live in a way that protects it. Truth 8. Control your inner dialogue. Your focus is shaped long before the world has a chance to distract you. It is shaped by the thoughts you allow inside your mind. Before a single notification reaches your phone, before anyone interrupts you, your inner voice has already determined the quality of your attention. Most people lose their focus not because of external noise, but because their inner dialogue is chaotic. The Stoics understood the power of thought with absolute clarity. They knew that the mind interprets the world, and therefore the mind must be disciplined before anything else. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively to himself, not because he was uncertain, but because he understood that an undirected inner voice weakens everything it touches. If your inner dialogue is scattered, your focus will always follow. Your inner voice can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Many people carry thoughts that do not belong to them. The expectations of others, old fears, inherited insecurities, memories of failure, and imagined catastrophes. These thoughts drain focus like a leaking vessel drains water. A single fearful phrase can ruin a day. A single doubtful belief can stop progress entirely. The Stoic method was simple but powerful. They did not fight their thoughts. Fighting a negative thought gives it strength. They replaced them with truer, stronger, more rational ones. When a fearful idea appeared, they examined it calmly. When doubt whispered, they challenged it. When emotion clouded judgment, they returned to reason. Controlling inner dialogue begins with observation. You must notice what your mind is saying. You must catch the patterns. You must become aware of the moments when your thoughts turn against you. Only then can you direct them. The moment you recognize a harmful thought, you separate yourself from it. The moment you replace it, you reclaim control over your focus. Stoics used writing as a tool of mental discipline. Journaling was not self-expression. It was self-correction. It was how they sharpened their judgment and silenced unnecessary noise. By writing down their fears, doubts, and desires, they turned confusion into clarity. By rewriting their thoughts, they strengthened their inner command. A disciplined inner voice strengthens your attention. Instead of being pulled by fear, you act with purpose. Instead of doubting your abilities, you direct your energy toward the task at hand. Instead of drowning in overthinking, you return to the present moment. Your inner world becomes steady, and your outer focus follows. Focus is not broken by the world. It is broken by the stories you tell yourself about the world. Replace those stories with ones grounded in truth, clarity, and reason. Train your thoughts the way a warrior trains his stance. Command your inner voice the way a philosopher commands his mind. When your inner dialogue is disciplined, no external distraction can easily shake you. Mastering your inner dialogue is mastering your focus. A clear mind produces clear action. A disciplined mind produces disciplined effort. And when your inner world becomes stable, your attention becomes one of your greatest strengths. Truth 9. Strengthen focus through the body. Your focus is not just a mental skill, it is a physical state. You cannot expect a razor-sharp mind to live inside a tired, foggy, neglected body. The Stoics understood this with absolute clarity. Seneca said, "The body must be trained hard, so it may never rebel against the mind." Why? Because your body is the gatekeeper of your attention. Think about this. When you sleep poorly, your mind becomes slow. When you eat junk, your energy collapses. When you sit too long, your thoughts become heavy. When you never move, your emotions stagnate. And in that state, no productivity trick, no motivational video, no philosophy can save your focus. But when your body is disciplined, something almost magical happens. Your mind becomes calm, your attention becomes precise, your willpower becomes stronger. This is why the Stoics walked daily, trained their bodies, ate modestly, lived simply. They didn't do it to look impressive. They did it because they knew a disciplined body creates a disciplined mind. You don't need an athlete's routine, you just need consistency. Breathe deeply to reset your nervous system. Walk to clear your thoughts. Move your body to sharpen your spirit. Sleep like someone whose dreams matter. Eat like someone whose goals require energy. Every simple action becomes a message to your mind. I am preparing you for greatness. Because here's the truth. You cannot build a focused life with an unfocused body. Sharpen the vessel, and the mind inside becomes unstoppable. Truth 10. So live each day as if focus decides everything. Most people whisper to themselves, "I'll focus tomorrow." But tomorrow is a liar. Tomorrow steals your ambition, your chances, your potential, one delay at a time. Marcus Aurelius gave us the ultimate reminder. You could leave life right now, not to scare us, but to wake us up, to force us to stop wasting our attention on noise that won't matter in a year, a month, even a week. Focus is not something you prepare for in the future. Focus is something you practice today, right now. In the next decision you make, every day lived without focus becomes a day of regret. A day lived with focus becomes a brick in a powerful life. When the Stoics woke up, they didn't ask, "What do I feel like doing?" They asked, "What must be done? What deserves my mind today?" That question shaped their discipline. It made their days meaningful, intentional, powerful, and every night they reflected, "Did I direct my attention toward what matters most?" This wasn't routine, it was a daily contract with themselves, a contract to live fully, not passively, with purpose, not impulse, with clarity, not chaos. When you treat each day as if focus decides everything, you stop giving your attention to meaningless arguments, empty distractions, scrolling out of boredom, or living for other people's expectations. You begin to choose your moments. You begin to choose your reactions. You begin to choose your life. Distraction becomes the enemy. Presence becomes the weapon. Time becomes sacred. And slowly, day by day, your life shapes itself into something sharp, powerful, and deeply yours. Because the truth is this: your focus is the architect of your destiny. If you direct it, your life moves forward. If you waste it, your life drifts. Live today as if focus decides everything, because it truly does. So here we stand, not at the end of a video, not at the end of a lesson, but at the beginning of a new version of you. You've walked through truths that sharpen the mind, strengthen the spirit, and ignite a level of focus most people never experience. And now, everything comes down to a choice, your choice. Because focus is not something you learn once. It's something you live daily. You can walk away from this and slip back into the noise. Or you can decide right now that your attention is no longer free for the world to steal. Marcus Aurelius didn't find strength by chance. Seneca didn't gain clarity by luck. Epictetus didn't rise from slavery to wisdom through hope. They mastered one thing: their focus. And when you master that, everything else aligns: your discipline, your growth, your purpose, your future. From this moment forward, guard your mind like a fortress. Cut away what weakens you. Do one thing with full presence. Shape your environment to support your focus. Train stillness like a warrior trains. Breath turn obstacles into firewood for your inner. Blame let rituals carry you when motivation won't control your inner dialogue. Strengthen your body and live each day as if focus decides everything, because it does. The world is drowning in distraction. Be the one who rises above it. Your focus is not just a tool. It is your identity. It is your edge. It is your destiny. Before you leave, if this message helped sharpen your mindset even a little, hit that like button and subscribe. Not for me, but for you. Each time you return, you strengthen the discipline you're building today. And now seal this truth with your own words. Write it below, not as a comment, but as a commitment. My focus creates my destiny. Your life changes the moment your focus changes. Welcome to the next version of you.